Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the rise and fall of vibe games. The majority of vibe games have been built in anywhere from the early to late year of 2020, where games like the Vibe Cafe, Vibe Plays, and Vibe Hugs would grow to be the most popular, creating other players to join and make other known vibe games like Vibe Rooftop and XYZ Vibe, and other games would soon take away of copying the games with similar names, assumedly to gain traction, which is what soon happened. Looking at Vibe Place by Lele is a Taco, created in August 23rd of 2020, the game has since gathered up over 117.7 million visits. Meanwhile, now it barely gets over 1,000 active users on it. Meanwhile, another vibe game with the same name by Y_ED, created in April 4th of 2022, almost 2 whole years later, has less total visits with 55.7 million and more current active users at over 1,000. There is also a group called Vibe Production, which was apparently made in September, almost a full month after Lele is a Taco's game was made. This group currently has just 2 games, which are vibe games, created in late 2020, Vibe Plays and Vibe Hugs. Sound familiar? Both of these games are exactly alike. They use a similar title and they use the exact same pictures and description, although the games themselves are different but using similar themes. Even Pride vibe games like LGBTQ+ Vibe by Marisma Games is also on the verge of dying, although it was once plentiful with over 23 million visits. In their defense, they do have a game that is a lot more popular now and has grown their group, which was made in early 2022, which is Maple Hospital, a highly functional hospital roleplay game. I myself am sad to see this vibe game coming to an end because of their mods, whom are incredibly nice people. You could join their Discord and report someone, and there would be a mod in there within less than 10 minutes to ban someone, and the players like to be kept to themselves and defend each other when someone is being hateful. It is and was an all-around nice community. The people that still play the game are still very kind. So why are these games dying? Mainly because the people playing these games. Don't get me wrong, there are some lovely people in these games like Marisma's and Rainy Day. The people that actually play those games are simply there to just meet people, talk, and all around vibe. However, it's the people outside of accepting communities, again like Marisma's, where random players will join simply to bash other players, taking away what is meant to be a safe place for a lot of people. However, on the other hand, there are games like Vibe Hugs and Vibe Place, which has people who play the game frequently that are just incredibly hateful people who will try to bash you simply for existing. Not to mention the amount of hackers and online daters within the community. Apart from the players themselves, it also has a lot to do with the creators, including lack of updates and unoriginality. Every game seems to be the same. Vibrant lights, custom seats, a lot of stolen catalog models, online daters, and hateful people. But again, not all vibe games have hateful people. Thankfully, there are some games that tend to have a more tame and friendly fan base, like Rainy Days for example, where a majority of people will just chat or stay AFK. Another reason for vibe games dying is, as I mentioned, unoriginality, and there's also all around just bad people creating these games and not caring about the community. The pinnacle by The Image Will Remain, who I assume is just used as a group holder, for example, is one I found when it first came out. The game itself wasn't bad, however it also wasn't good. I joined the group for a while and I was hoping to see the game gain more traction. It seemed to have potential at the time. However, shortly after they created another game with the same name as the first, but this time it's bashing the furry community. In this game, players are tasked with strategically removing opposing animal characters from the playing field to achieve victory. With a cover of an aim box over a furry character's head, the game is now privated. Looking at the group's wall, we can also see that people who probably never played the game are being quite hateful, also making comments like, "Dude, I just want to torture furries and that's it," and violently remove humans that pretend to be anthropomorphic animals. This game also has a mix of people within the furry community who join simply to bother people who seem to hate them, yet they don't say the hateful things as the other people are, they are simply just existing. But what I find interesting is someone commented saying, This group is owned by absolutely evil people, many screenshots of logged messages if anyone would like them, which is no surprise. Later that month, the wall was turned off, and the game has of course died before it even started. There are a few interesting tame vibe games and communities, but there are just way too many copycats and hateful, unoriginal people creating these games. In conclusion, the rise of vibe games were something new. People got to meet other players, and sit down and just talk. This was something the Roblox community needed, something other than casual roleplay or fast-paced games. Although clearly vibe games did not last long, with it just being 3 years later with every vibe game either dying or not taking traction. The cause for the downfall of these games are the players. Some players are there simply to vibe and chat as the games suggest, but they very quickly became a gateway for hackers, online daters, harassment, and creators hoping for cash grabs and easy plays. But of course not every vibe game falls under those categories. I do hope to see vibe games rise again and regain their popularity, but someone would have to do something incredibly out of the box in order to genuinely revive this style of game. I myself have experienced bashful people every time I step foot into vibe games like Vibe Hugs and Vibe Place.
Bro, why are there so many furries in here, bro?
Pride Month got these motherfuckers acting up.
Divinity,
I don't know.
Divinity's back. There's the girl.
Really? Really? Hey, she's back. She's back.
So, some games were eventually made to die, it seems. But that was the rise and fall of vibe games. If there is anything else you'd like to see me talk about, then let me know. For now, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you join me next time.